So this is my 2011 Toyota Avalon. So I purchased this vehicle back in September of 2022, just about a year or so ago. And I've put quite a few miles on this thing. I've put just about 20,000, a little bit more than 20,000 miles on this thing. And I want to do a quick 1 year update just to show you guys how this car's hold up over 1 year and 20,000 miles. I'm going to be talking about the things I do like about this car and the things I don't like about this car. So let's get right into it. Now, just a quick side note. If I do sound a little bit different, it's because I'm just getting off of being sick. So this is like the first day I've actually been able to do something. So just to let you guys know, that's why I kind of sound a little bit different. So the first thing I want to hit on is what I've done to the vehicle. I've only done a few things to this car since the last video I made on this car. First things is I got a new pair of these Michelin Primacy Tour tires. Brand new pair of tires, all four. So I got new fronts and new rears. The shop that I took this car to, which I had to get it inspected, which in PA, if you don't know, you got to get your car safety inspected and emission tested every year. So it was due for an inspection, and they were like, you needed new tires on the rear. So I just going ahead and went with all four. These Michelins are the exact same tires that were already on the vehicle. So I was like, you know what? They're good tires. They're kind of on the pricey side, but the car rides very smooth on these tires. Grip is great in the rain, so just went ahead and put the same pair on. So the first issue I've been having are these headlights. They are starting to fog up like really quickly. When I bought the car, it wasn't this bad, but yeah, it's just very hazy and it's not the best. This one is kind of even worse. You can really see all the scratching and yeah, I need to polish these pretty bad. Headlight performance have been great. These are the HIDs because I have the limited model. Really good headlights, but the actual headlight housings are pretty iffy. Another thing, somebody ran into the back of me. What was that, like a few months ago? You can see the damage right there. It's not that bad. It's just some scuffing here and on the plastic. So what I did was I tried to buff a lot of this out, and it, you know, is what it is. Some kind of golf cart hit me, so and I wasn't even driving. It was parked in my driveway, well, my parking spot in my apartment complex, and the maintenance guy in the golf cart was backing out of a parking spot and didn't see me, and he ran into the back of it. So it is what it is. And this little mark here is where I scuffed the alloy wheel on a, what was that? That was a Wendy's drive-through. Yeah, there's some of this here, right there. So that was me pulling into a Wendy's drive-through, and I couldn't see the stupid curb, and yeah, I was pretty unhappy about that. So stepping on the inside, you'll see that I have just about 80,000 miles on this thing. I bought it with 57,000 miles back in September of last year, so I put a decent amount of miles on this thing. And honestly, I have no complaints. This car is held up extremely well. Now I did add a dash cam. So what this is a dash cam. So you can see the camera is going to be right there, and then you just tap the screen, and you can see the rear view. Or you can flip this, however you want to do it. So if I hit flip, there's going to be the front and the rear. If I hit flip again, it's going to be the front. And if I hit flip again, it's going to be the rear. So I have a camera in the back that I'll show you in a minute. So this is the camera. We ran the wires through the headliner and all the way on the other side. But there's our rear view camera. And it acts as a digital rear view camera and a dash cam. So you can use this as a rear view camera. You can connect like a backup camera to it. I already have a backup camera, so I don't really need this. But you could turn this off, and it acts as a normal camera. I mean, a normal mirror. It's just a little bit tinted. And when you hold it, you can see you get your digital speed readout and your compass. So it's pretty convenient. Don't mind this. This is just the wiring for the stock mirror. I tried to tape it up there, but not really, so it kind of just is there. But I really do like this investment because I don't like dash cams. I hate having these like huge things on your windshield and then having wires run. I hate that. So it's really nice to have a built-in dash cam in the mirror so that it doesn't take up any additional real estate of the car. So I don't even notice it. Another thing, the rear sunshade still doesn't work. I never fixed that. The Toyota dealership wanted $150 just to tell me what was wrong with it, and then probably charged me another couple $100 to fix it. Not really a big deal. I literally never really need to use this unless it's the summertime. One thing I did notice is this does come up automatically for no reason. No reason at all. It could be, and it only does it in the summertime. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but literally whenever it's like 85, 90 degrees outside and I get in the car to drive somewhere, it'll just randomly come up and then I can't get it to go back down again without two people. So it's kind of annoying. It doesn't do that in the wintertime. So I don't know if there's like some sensor where this automatically comes up when it's hot. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it doesn't really, it goes up fine, but it doesn't go down. It gets stuck. So it's kind of annoying, but I'm not paying hundreds of dollars to fix that. Everything else has been great. I've heard a lot of people say that their speakers have been blown, like the rear sub. Mine has been working fine so far. I usually don't have music above like 30. Usually it goes up to 60. I usually don't crank it up that high, so it works fine. What I did do, and what I think everybody should do, is go to settings, go to general, and then turn off auto screen change. I can't stand that. All right, just turn it off so that when you're on the radio, it always is on the radio. I can't stand it randomly going back to maps. That's the biggest annoyance I have with Toyota's infotainment screens back then. So just turn that off and it goes right back to being a radio. Because, I mean, who's using this? Not I. So just have it on the radio. Keep it on the radio permanently. The navigation is really just useless. So just go to settings, general, turn that auto screen change off. Next thing I really want to hit on is fuel economy. What have I been getting? Over a course of a few thousand miles, 24.4 miles per gallon is what I've been averaging. On the highway, what did we do? We did a road trip to Queens, New York from my location. It's like 3 hours or so of a drive from here to Queens. And I average about 31 miles per gallon in this thing with the V6, which is very impressive. And that wasn't like driving it light. We were doing like 80 miles an hour the whole way, and it still got 30 miles per gallon. So I'm really impressed with that. But I do a lot of city and highway driving mix. So 24.4 is what it is. I also do a lot of idling. I eat my lunch in my car, so I do a lot of idling. So that's probably why it's so low. It's probably going to be higher if I was actually driving a lot. So, but yeah, that's my average fuel economy. I mean, other than that, it really does everything that I've ever asked of it to do. The power from this engine is great. I mean, I usually don't full throttle my cars at all, but man, this thing has some power. The 2GR FE V6, the 3.5, oh my gosh. This thing can move, I'm telling you. And with the new tires, bro, she's a sleeper, bro. She's not fast. Let me get that right. It's not a fast car. But man, when you need it to move, it gets down and move. The only thing I have a problem with is the transmission. Sometimes when it's cold, the transmission likes to shift really hard. And then when it warms up, it gets like that. My last two cars, well, my first car was a CVT, so let's scratch that. The last car I had was a Sonata, and I had a 6-speed automatic in it. And that shifted way smoother than this. So, and this is supposed to be like a semi-luxury car, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of expect this to shift better than a 150,000-mile Hyundai Sonata, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to do a transmission service on this thing, but I've noted sometimes the transmission can be kind of hard when it shifts, and it doesn't want to kick down. That's been a big issue. I almost got in an accident with this car because of that. That was a very big issue. I was trying to overtake a car that tried to merge on the freeway at 40 miles an hour where the speed limit was 65. So I tried to get around them, and it took so long for this thing to kick down and give me a gear. That was very annoying. And there was a semi in the left lane that almost ran into the back of me because it would not kick down in the gear. That was very annoying. I don't know why it did that. There's a huge delay from when I put my foot down to this thing actually going somewhere. I know it's not a sports car. I know it's not a performance car at any means, but I would like the transmission to be a lot more responsive. You know what I'm saying? In emergency situations, when there's trucks and stuff coming at you, it would be nice to have that power like that and not have to wait for the transmission to figure out what the heck it's doing. But honestly, that's all that I can dislike about this car. I absolutely love it. 1 year later, and I wouldn't trade this car for anything. It's just been the most reliable car. I've never had to do any work with this car besides the tires. I mean, that's not even work. That's just maintenance, general maintenance. I mean, besides oil changes and tire rotations and just general maintenance, this car has not given me a single bit of trouble. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, I mean, I plan to keep this thing a little bit longer, get a little bit more miles on it, and then guys, we're gonna get another car. And I'm not gonna tell you guys what I got planned, but let's just say it starts with a B, ends with a W. All right, let's just say that. But anyway, that's gonna wrap this video up, guys. Drop a comment below if you guys have an Avalon and share your experience. And with that being said, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.